to my channel. My name is Tracy and today we are casing from the MINI Catalogue. We are casing from page 21. We are using the So Sentimental Bundle and also the Best Dressed bundle as well. So this one is the card that we are creating. Let me bring it in and show you. Isn't this amazing? This is so pretty. And I think in that catalogue you could really go past it without even seeing it. It's such a pretty card though. So let's get over to the craft table and we'll get started. The supplies used for today's card are the So Sentimental Bundle. Now this one's in the MINI Catalogue. Save yourself 10% by purchasing it. I highly recommend it. These are scalloped, stitched rectangle dies, and then we have some really great labels here. They're also stitched. And this sentiment stamp set has got so many different sentiments that are perfect for so many different occasions, and I can guarantee you'll be using this a lot because this is just so pretty. Also, we're using from the MINI Catalogue the Best Dressed Designer Series paper set. This one has some really great designs on it. One side is floral, the other side has got lipstick, perfume, shoes, handbags. Really great designs in there. So you'll get lots of use out of this one as well. From the annual catalogue we have the scalloped lace trim. This is in Very Vanilla, really pretty, and I'm going to show you how to colour that a different colour, so stay tuned for that one. I have a Daffodil Delight Stampin' Blend, and this one's in the light. This is what we're going to colour that gorgeous scallop trim. Inks are Grey Granite and we're using Versamark. I'm also using Whisper White embossing powder and the heat tool to do some embossing. I think that's it. Let's get moving. So we have our card kit here all ready to go. Now you can find all the measurements and supplies over on my blog. There is a link to that blog post in the description of this video. There's also a link to my online store. If you would like to purchase any Stampin' Up supplies, you can do so there. Now if you don't already have a demonstrator and you live in Australia and you would like a catalogue, please let me know because I have some here that I can send out to you. So we have Grey Granite. It's half a piece of A4 cut in half, also half a piece of A4, it's scored in half and then folded and burnished. We have a piece of that Best Dressed Designer Series paper. Look at that, that's mint macaron with lots of shoes, perfect. We're going to go with this side first. I have a piece of Whisper White for our backing here and just a bit of scrap actually for the label. So let's bring the big shot in. We'll do a little bit of die cutting first. So in this die set we need just die, and we're also going to use the largest label as well, so the two largest dies in that set. The Whisper White, we're going to do the rectangle, stitched scallop rectangle, and I'll run that one through. And pop it, lovely lipstick and that label. And they cut so nicely, and look at that detail around the edge of the label. Beautiful. And a scrap piece of paper here that we're going to do two things. So firstly I want to bring in that Whisper White piece, and we're going to use the Grey Granite ink. And I didn't say before, we're using the Dressed to Impress stamp set just for this little flower image here. So we're just going to pop a few little stamps in the background here. It's really light. We're doing second generation inking. So stamping off and then just doing a little stamp on there just to give it a little extra detail. I love how this has turned out. It's so subtle, but it really looks pretty for a little extra detail. So that's that one. Let's bring in the lovely lipstick label, and we're going to need the Versamark ink for this one. We're going to do some heat embossing. So I have my stamp here, it's a great sentiment. And I might just hit that with the embossing buddy because I'm using the Whisper White embossing powder. I don't want to get any stray pieces down. Just going to ink up in Versamark ink. Heat embossing is one of my favourite techniques to do. It's a real wow factor. So Versamark is a clear sticky ink that will hold your powder in place. So let's bring that white powder in. And the good thing about using the Versamark ink as well is you don't have to work super fast. It does stay wet for quite a while. Whereas if you use your normal ink pads, so if you were to emboss in grey granite, you'd have to be pretty quick. So I'm going to heat this up and then we're going to melt that powder. That really does give it that wow factor there. So lastly, let's bring in some of that scalloped lace ribbon. And this is so easy to do. I love that blends can change the colour of any white or, in this case, very vanilla card ribbon. We're going to take the marker end of our Stampin' Blends and we're just going to colour in this lace ribbon. I'm going to need 24 inches, I think. Yeah, 24 inches of lace. Now, one thing to let you know, you could, if you want to save your blends a little bit, just ink up the beginning. Now, as you go along, just move your nib around so you're not just using one side of your nib. Just protects your pen just that little bit. So I'll just measure it to the 24 inches. That way I'm not wasting any of my pen or my ribbon by going too far. Okay, making sure your lid goes on your Stampin' Blend straight away. These are alcohol markers, so they dry out really quickly if you don't have your lids on. Isn't it amazing? That was very vanilla a minute ago. So then we can start popping this card together. It's a pretty quick and simple card to pop together. I'm going to pop up my Whisper White scallop piece, and that's going to get popped up onto that Best Dressed Designer Series paper. These two are getting popped together, and then we can pop these two go down, and then we can pop the ribbon around these two pieces. Now, I'll lay my ribbon around, evening up the ribbon a little. So pretty, these colours together. And all these colours come from the designer series paper. So if you're confused what colours to use when you're using designer series paper, look in the catalogue. It tells you what the coordinating colours are. It makes it so much easier. So I'm going to just tie a little bow here. Just going to tie off some of those tails there. Just on one side, I think. Yeah, that looks good. Popping up with sentiment as well, so let's pop some dimensionals on the back. Lots of dimension on this card, but I think it looks so nice. This designer series paper is actually going to get popped up on the card front as well, so let's pop some dimensionals down. And because it's designer series paper, it's a little bit more flimsier than if we had just normal cardstock, so I'm making sure that I've got a few dimensionals on there to give it that support. There we go. Isn't this gorgeous? Absolutely love this card. If you've enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and I'd love it if you left me a comment. Don't forget to head over to my blog for all the measurements and supplies, and I'll be back very soon with another video, so hopefully you can join me. Until then, have a wonderful day. See you later. Bye bye.